Hello, my name is Brian Davis, and it is a rainy morning here in mid-Michigan. And what better thing on a rainy day than a little story? And I've got a story for you today. This story is about a young boy who, at the age of 6, was living in a home with a father who was angry, not happy with himself, and abusive. At the age of 6, this father made the decision to leave the home, which left this little boy feeling rejected, unapproved of, and with a low self-confidence for sure. This little boy went to school in hand-me-down clothes because his mom worked 3 jobs just to keep the house and pay the bills. Was very overweight for his age at a time when this wasn't the norm. So would go to school in his hand-me-down clothes. It probably didn't fit quite right because he was heavy, which led to bullying by other students and fed that disapproval inside. He lacked that approval he craved for. Felt very alone. By the age of 13, this boy was introduced to alcohol, which was a great thing for him because it helped him numb the pain to possibly feel normal, okay in his own skin. But unfortunately, after the alcohol wore off, this feeling of being okay in his own skin would go away, and once again would have that struggle of disapproval burning within. By the age of 20, this boy had found himself an overachiever. Had purchased his first home already, was striving in his job, putting himself through school, and building a life for himself, even though he continued to feel not quite okay in his skin. The alcohol would take that away for him. But it was becoming quickly obvious to this young man that the alcohol was a problem and probably needed to be addressed. So at the age of 20, entered a 12-step program for the first time to try and wean off of the alcohol, to try and maybe control his drinking. Probably didn't want to give it up because it did make him feel okay in his own skin, and he still struggled with approval. But knew that it had to get slowed down. Had gotten married at the age of 23, started a family, but still struggled with the alcohol. By the age of 33, had lost that job he was striving at. Had finished his education and opened a business, but had lost that business. Had lost all the money he had accumulated. Pretty much lost everything. Had lost the respect of his family and friends. Found himself in a dark place. This young man would wake up on a daily basis at the age of 33 and pray to God that that day he wouldn't drink. But by 10 a.m. in the morning was likely to have found a bottle and been drinking again. Found himself sitting in a park one day, thinking if he could just move. He'd lost everything. He'd lost the respect of his family and friends, so there was nothing here for him. If he was to just move to another state where nobody knew what he had done, nobody had known the things he had said, he could just start over and reinvent himself, start a new life. And once he had created this new life, he could bring his family back into it. They would be proud of him. He would gain the approval of his family and friends because he would have created this new life. But with no money, no prospects, this wasn't really an option for him. It was more of a pipe dream. So sitting there discouraged, sitting there not okay in his own skin, with what looked like no options left, this young man started thinking, maybe the world would be better if I wasn't in it. The family could cash out the life insurance policy. They would be taken care of. And the world would probably be a better place without this young man who just didn't fit in. As you can probably guess by now, this is my story. This is the story of how I grew up and how I struggled with being okay with myself. I'm proud to say that today I am 9 years sober. By the grace of God, I made it back into recovery at 33. Today, I'm okay in my own skin. In recovery, in the 12-step program, I was introduced to personal development through books. I was able to start working on me. I was able to start working on me as a person. I was able to discover that through helping others, I could help myself. Today I'm okay. Today I'm a better person. Unfortunately, I still had the weight to take off. I'd gained 85 pounds. I had ended up at 285 pounds. I was on heart meds, cholesterol meds. I was not a healthy man. Something had to change other than just myself to feel okay 100%. A friend told me about a 90-day workout program, and he claimed that it worked. And at that point, I was willing to try anything because diets weren't working. I was up and down all the time. So I stuck with it for 90 days, and it worked. Today, I am 185 pounds. I take no medications. I am in the best shape of my life. I've done a solid 9 years of personal development. I'm very okay in my own skin today. I have essentially reinvented myself. I no longer depend on other people's opinions of what I'm worth for my income. I don't let others dictate what I'm worth. I make my own money. I don't struggle like I used to. I've taken control of my finances. I've taken control of my life. I've taken control of my fitness, my nutrition. And through that, today, I'm okay with myself. I'm okay in my own skin. So what I ask you today, have you found yourself, after you've dropped the kids off to school, before you go to work, just sitting in a parking lot like I am today, asking yourself, would the world be better off without me? Have you ever asked yourself that? Have you struggled with money? Have you worried about how the mortgage was going to get paid? Have you worried about how the car payment was going to get paid? Do you feel you're worth more than what people are willing to pay you? Have you gone into the closet before you go to work and put on your most comfortable clothes just to find out it might be time to buy something bigger, but have tried for years to get your weight under control and can't? We've all had different types of struggles, whether it be with fitness, whether it be with an addiction, whether it be with finances. At some point, everybody's had a struggle. What's been your struggle? If you thought you could help someone else, would you reach out? If you thought you could make a difference in somebody else's life, would you? I've learned through personal development that the quickest way to help yourself is to help others. This has been huge in my life. This video today, people, is me telling my story and reaching out to give back the gifts that I've been given in my life today. I want to give to others what I've been given. I've been given a new beginning. I've been given the opportunity to reinvent myself inside here. Today, I have the respect of a community of people that are like-minded, that work on growing as a person every day. Within this community, I feel wanted and valued. This community has become my family. And it's because of this community that I make this video today, to reach out to others who may be struggling, who may have gotten to a dark place, who may have gotten to a point to where they were thinking, maybe things would be better off without me. If you've had a struggle, reach out to me. First, I'd ask that you like my page, follow my feed, Brian Davis Fitness. This is where I try and inspire others to become better people. I'd appreciate if you'd like it. You can also reach out to me on Facebook. You can find me at Coach BLD. I'll put the links below. Send me a friend request. Private message me. Let's share our stories, between one another. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to bounce some ideas off of. If I can be that person for you, I can always use another friend. I can always use another like-minded person who's looking to reinvent themselves the way I've reinvented myself. Keeps me moving forward. With that, guys, it's a rainy afternoon or rainy morning here in mid-Michigan, and I'm going to get off to my day. I appreciate you watching. Give me a shout out. You guys have a great day.